to be with me no more.
What's the problem?
The problem is that I've been waiting on him to divorce his wife for 3 years. We've been together for 3 years. I mean, I guess people could say I'm like his side chick or whatever.
Mistress.
But that's my man. That's my man. He takes care of me. He has paid for stuff for me. I've been on trips with him. I mean, this man is an executive at a company here in Atlanta. He was having problems. Him and his wife, they not really doing it. And so we've been together. He told me that he was going to leave his wife. We were going to be together. And now he's talking about he don't want to be with me. And I'm not having it. I'm not having it. Now, I was going to go to the AJC. I was going to blast him out on social media. But, you know, I figured I would do this first.
So you've been the mistress of an Atlanta executive at a popular company here in the city. And for 3 years, you were the mistress, and now he's deciding he doesn't want to do this. But why do you want to blast him? I don't understand.
Because I'm hurt, Frank. Like 3 years, I've been waiting on this man to do what he said he was going to do. I love him. I love him. I've been the wife. I have been his wife. I have been the one that is taking care of his needs. I have been the one that has been on trips for him. I've done stuff for him. I have done stuff with him. Like, I am the wife, and I'm not having it. You're just not going to leave me,
wait a minute, Bria, you're not the wife.
I mean, not on paper, but I basically do all the things that the wife is supposed to do. I'm there for him. I listen to him when he have a bad day. When he needs whatever, I'm there for him. I am the wife. As far as I'm concerned, he just needs to get rid of her and make this thing and do what he said he was going to do and make this thing right.
But I don't understand why you want to go to the paper.
Because he's just not leaving me. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
What do you mean he's just not leaving you?
I have been loyal to this man, and he is going to keep his word. Okay? He's going to keep his word. Period. Okay? That's why. Because he's going to keep his word. I have been everything for him. I have given up. I have not worked. I have given up my whole life for this man because he promised me. And so now he's talking about he want to work things out with his wife? No, you're going to work things out with me, and I'm not playing.
I just don't understand, like, at what point didn't you realize, like, you are the side chick, and that's it?
No, we connected. We have a connection. We had 3 years? That's not a side chick. We are in a relationship. 3 years? No.
Do you know his wife?
Yeah, I know his wife. I've gotten to know her. I go to the same place. She get her hair done. I make sure that when she's there, I'm there. And as a matter of fact, she just signed up for this new yoga Pilates class. I signed up for the class too. So I know everything. I know how she moves, where she go get her hair done, where she get her nails done. I know everything.
Does she know who you are?
No.
Does he have kids?
He has a child.
So why would you do that to the child?
Why would he do this to me? Frank, I've been so stressed out. I'm late for my period. I might be pregnant. I don't even know what's going to happen right now. So he might have another one. And he going to take care of me like he said he's going to. He going to do what he said he going to do. Period.
I'm sick. Hold it up.
I'm going to play that again. For those of you that were late. I'm going to play that again for those of you that were late.
And he decided that he didn't want to be with me no more.
What's the problem?
The problem is that I've been waiting on him to divorce his wife for 3 years. We've been together for 3 years. I mean, I guess people could say I'm like his side chick or whatever.
Mistress.
But that's my man. That's my man. He takes care of me. He has paid for stuff for me. I've been on trips with him. I mean, this man is an executive at a company here in Atlanta. He was having problems. Him and his wife, they not really doing it. And so we've been together. He told me that he was going to leave his wife. We were going to be together. And now he's talking about he don't want to be with me. And I'm not having it. I'm not having it. Now, I was going to go to the AJC. I was going to blast him out on social media. But, you know, I figured I would do this first.
So you've been the mistress of an Atlanta executive at a popular company here in the city. And for 3 years, you were the mistress, and now he's deciding he doesn't want to do this. But why do you want to blast him? I don't understand.
Because I'm hurt, Frank. Like 3 years, I've been waiting on this man to do what he said.
Girl, stop all that crying.
I love him. I've been the wife. I have been his wife.
No.
I have been the one that is taking care of his needs. I have been the one that has been on trips for him. I've done stuff for him. I have done stuff with him. Like, I
wife.
I mean, not on paper, but I basically do all the things that the wife is supposed to do. I'm there for him. I listen to him when he have a bad day, when he needs whatever. I'm there for him. I am the wife. As far as I'm concerned, he just needs to get rid of her and make this thing and do what he said he was going to do and make this thing right.
But I don't understand why you want to go to the paper. Come on.
Because he's just not leaving me. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
What do you mean he's just not leaving you?
Girl, he already left you.
I'm loyal to this man, and he is going to keep his word. Okay? He's going to keep his word. Period. Okay? That's why. Because he's going to keep his word. I have been everything for him. I have given up. I have not worked. I have given up my whole life for this man because he promised me.
Girl.
And so now he's talking about he want to work things out with his wife? No, you're going to work things out with me, and I'm not playing.
I just don't understand, like, at what point didn't you realize, like, you are the side chick, and that's it?
No, we connected. We have a connection. We 3 years? That's not a side chick. We are in a relationship. 3 years? No.
Do you know his wife?
Yeah, I know his wife.
Yeah, I know his wife.
I've gotten to know her. I go to the same place. She get her hair done. I make sure that when she's there, I'm there. And as a matter of fact, she just signed up for this new yoga Pilates class.
So you mean to tell me you follow me to the hair salon and to my yoga
I know how
class?
she moves, where she go get her hair done, where she get her nails done. I know everything.
You making your appointment so you can be there when I'm there.
No.
Does he have kids?
He has a child.
So why would you do that to the child?
Why would he do this to me? Frank, I've been so stressed out. I'm late for my period. I might be pregnant. I don't even know what's going to happen right now. So he might have another one. And
She
he's going
got
to
to be
take
out
care
of
of
her
me
mind.
like he said he's going to. He going to do what he said he going to do. Period.
I'm sick. Hold it up.
Let me tell y'all something. I can't begin to tell you how many of you sent me this video between today and yesterday. That was actually a clip from the radio show here in Atlanta. It was yesterday. Frank and Wanda in the morning. Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. Excuse me. Let me try that again. Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart, and this is the Facebook Live version of So Much to Say. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, crazy shit, and everything in between. Let me tell you something. You don't ever, and this goes for the gay men and the women that are listening, don't ever let a man have to tell you twice that he doesn't want you. I said, don't let him have to tell you twice that he don't want you. A man only recognizes strength. Men only recognize strength. That doesn't mean that you can't be hurt. That doesn't mean you can't be upset. Doesn't mean you can't grieve the loss of your relationship. But you ain't got to show all of that to him. All you need to do is let him know, this really hurts me. And I don't want this. I'm not talking about this crazy situation. I'm coming to this. If you're in a relationship and the relationship is ending and you don't want it to end, the only thing that you can say is, baby, listen, I love you. I don't want to be without you. I want this to work. But once you say that, that's it. All that groveling and sobbing and, oh, I can't live without you. A man only recognizes strength. When you do all of that, you move over to the side of, a man starts to lose respect for you. And he starts to look at you like, this bitch is bonkers. Like, you don't ever want to beg a man to be, like, you don't want to lose your dignity and your self-respect. There's a fine line between telling a person that you still want to be with them and you think there's still some things that you can work out in your relationship. But that can quickly bleed over into groveling and begging and... Okay, now let me tell you about this. I know at least 3 of y'all sent this to me. And the reality is this. I find several things problematic about this girl. First of all, when you are involved with a married man, and I am speaking from experience, when you are involved with a married man, it is your responsibility to go into it. And I'm not encouraging you to be involved with somebody that's married. But if you're involved with a married man, you have to go into it with the understanding and the knowledge that there's a really big chance that he is not leaving. If they're not already separated, and even when they're separated, if they're not divorced, there is a chance. You are gambling. You are running the risk of holding the short end of the stick. Let me put my pasta over here. I made a little vegan pasta today with a little shrimp in it. Marinara sauce, put a little fresh garlic in it. But, so when I was involved with Rocky, I was clear, and the conversations that we had were, listen, you're married, unless you're prepared to walk away from that marriage, you can't really offer me anything. And unfortunately, I started to develop feelings. Even though I had said all of those things, we were still functioning and communicating. We had this way of communicating. We communicated more than some people who live in the same house together. And he and I weren't even living in the same house. But I was very clear that until he left that marriage, there was no possibility for us to do or be anything. And I was very clear about that, and I told him about that. I told him that along the process. The mistake that I made was participating in this foolishness while they were still in the marriage. They weren't living together. If you read the first book, you know the scenario. If you haven't, then you know how to get the books. That's the only regret that I have. That's the only thing I would have done differently. The thing that I would have done differently is when I met him, I would have said, you know what? I'm interested in you too, but let's do this. Once you leave her, then you give me a call and let me know what you're ready to do. But I can't touch you until after you leave that marriage. And then you call me and let's work this out. That's what I should have done. But what I was smart in doing was I had a timeline. I had a timeline in place, and I said to him, listen, if you don't have, and we had this conversation, we had agreed upon this. Okay, you have until this particular date. And if you don't have the conversation with her by this date and on your way out of that marriage, then I'm done. And the kid was done. I was done. But see, some people, and I say this all the time to you guys, not even just in this scenario here, we sometimes meet people with the expectation of how they're going to fit into our life. And she'd already decided before this man left his wife that it was official because they had 3 years together. There was a woman that was going to come on my podcast weeks ago. I think she got scared. I told you guys about it. She was going to come on. She was involved with this guy for 7 years. She was coming out of a marriage. He was still in his marriage. But she just felt like because she was going through a divorce, she wasn't looking for anything serious, and she just thought she would just have a little good time with this guy. Well, 7 years later, she didn't help this man build his business. She didn't fell in love, and she's feeling stuck. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted her to come on the podcast to talk about it, and I would have opened up more about my situation with Rocky. But she chickened out. I really think she chickened out. But this girl in this little clip that we just listened to, she made it up in her mind how this guy was going to fit into her life. And she had decided that she was going to trust him based on his word. The reality is, I don't care what he's telling you. If he is still at home, he has not filed for a divorce, chances are, bitch, he ain't coming for you. He not. And see, and I'm not trying to make it seem like I came out on top in my situation, even though I think I did. But I wasn't sitting and waiting. And again, I'm not trying to minimize my participation in it because I think it's absolutely wrong. I do think that there are scenarios and situations where you find yourself involved with someone that's already in a relationship and you had no intention of even doing that. Sometimes it just kind of happens. You know, it's kind of like that song, you can be a faithful man with a good heart and good intentions. Pebbles and Babyface. Like love makes things happen. Sometimes it just happens. It just slips up. But still, I maintain my boundaries. And when I felt like he was pulling me beyond my boundaries, my level of respect for myself, I said, okay, this is too much. I'm not going to be able to do this. This is too much. But she talking about she stopped working. First of all, I ain't never let no man affect or fuck with my money. I don't care how heartbroken I am. I'm not leaving my job. I'm not missing work. I'm not calling in because I'm heartbroken. I'm going to be right there at work with tears, crying, trying to get through the day. But I'm going to be punched in on that clock. I made a promise to myself in my 20s that I would never let a man, and that was after I was dealing with that bastard Pharaoh in the first book. I made myself a promise in my 20s that I would never allow a man to fuck with my money, to come in between my money. I ain't gonna, because what I'm not going to do is be heartbroken and then be trying to figure out how I'm going to pay my bills at the end of the month. Oh, hell no. She done took off work. I don't know how long she done took off work. I just wish I could have got a little bit more from her. She done took off work. She's talking about, I done gave up my career. Girl, then you were a fool. You know, you guys know that I'm such an advocate for women and gay men. But I have to say, and this is just me loving on you really hard, women, you are the only species that will give up your career for love. A man has never foregone his career, his ambition for a family. No, he's going to do both. And he's going to trust that you're going to navigate around it and help him maintain that family life while he runs out here and does his career. But women are the only ones that will not go away to college. I talk about this all of the time. Little young girls that are about to graduate high school. They got a scholarship to go out of state. They're not going to go out of state because they're dating some little local knucklehead, little something. Women will have an amazing career, an amazing business, and will all of a sudden bring their man into their business or in their career. Mary J. Blige, Melba Moore. I'll never forget I saw Melba Moore signing up for food stamps many years ago on prime time because her husband had wiped her out. I don't understand why women, you feel like you have to do that. You are interested in love. You are interested in a relationship. It's not your responsibility to bring him into your business. Women are the only creatures that do that. Like, it's almost like you do it because you don't want him to feel emasculated. You don't want to feed into his insecurities. Listen, I tell you guys all the time, I have female friends that are gainfully employed. They do very well for themselves. They own their own homes. I can't tell you how disappointed, I would be if one of my female friends started dating a man who did not own a house, and then she add him to her house. I'm not saying he can't move in, but she would be a fool to add his name to her house. I said what I said. Now, you may not agree. All I'm saying is we can build together, but this shit over here that I've already built and established for myself, I can't add you to this. As for me and my household, with these books and things, you think I'm going to add somebody? I told y'all before, my company is called Impeccable Works. Impeccable Works publishes these books. It distributes the podcast. Everything that I do comes through my publishing company, Impeccable Works. I founded that company in 1999, February 1999. I was 23 years old. If that company went from 0 to 15 million next year, I ain't adding no Negro to my company. I don't care how in love I am. I can't add your name to the deed. I'm not doing that. Now, we can go and get another piece of property. Women, stop doing that shit. Stop doing that shit. Stop giving up your career and your life and your ambition for love. Either he's going to be there for you or he's not. I told you guys before about a friend of mine. She loves hard and she loves quickly. She loves hard and she loves quickly. And she's the one that I told you, I'm not going to say her name. She is in the first book. She is the kind of chick that tries to prove to a dude, I'm a ride or die type chick. You know what I mean? She's that kind of girl. And so, like, the example that I gave you was when she started dating this guy one time before, His birthday was like a month within, probably was like a month or two from the time that they started dating. She goes out and buys him these $100 cufflinks. Let me tell you what I would have done. That Negro would have got a nice little card and a lunch. I'd have took his ass to lunch for about $25. And that would have been it. But see, some of y'all do too much. And this ain't just women. Gay men, some of y'all do it too. Because y'all so anxious and thirsty and hard up for a relationship. Because you've now gotten in your mind that you're comfortable in your sexuality and you're ready to have a relationship. And you're ready to have an experience. And you end up making a poor decision out of loneliness. I've done it. I've told you all about it. I've done it. But see, the kid was in his 20s. I was in my 20s. You can't make those kind of foolish mistakes when you full grown. When you full grown, yes, I'd have took his ass over to the Applebee's. But see, some of y'all try to lead with money. Some of you try to lead with money. Some of you try to lead with things. You want to prove, you want to show people what you got. First of all, let me tell you something about me, and I ain't even got much. The last thing you're going to get from me is my address. You don't need to know where I live. You don't need to know where I live. You don't need to know what I drive. I've always been like that. I need you to see me in a pair of sweatpants and some sneakers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need you to see me looking nice, but I don't need you to see me fucking it up. I need you to see me just looking this. You know what I'm saying? Because I need to know what your motive is. I need to know what your angle is. And I'm going to tell you another thing. Back in the day, say it with me. Back in the day, before cell phones were a thing, and you know, everybody had a home phone, everybody had a landline. You couldn't get my cell phone number. You only would get my home phone. Now, I know times are different now. Everybody got a cell phone. You have a cell phone before you have a home phone. The only people that really have home phones are people that have children or elderly people living at the house. You got to be able to get on the phone just in case there's an emergency or the school might need to call or whatever. But let me tell you something about me. Back in the day, when I had a home phone and a cell phone, Negro, you get my home phone, because what I don't need is for you to be able to track me down at all points of the day. Okay, yeah, here's my home phone number. But see, some of y'all, soon as you meet a motherfucker, y'all giving out your home. Hit the share button, because somebody need to hear this. Soon as you meet a motherfucker, you giving out your cell phone number, your job number, where you work, how much you make a year. You're doing too much. You're trying to sell them the idea of you. Your personality should do that. And see, some of y'all, you make yourselves too available. I'm not saying play games, but you got to know how to play the game too. Some of y'all make yourselves too available too quickly. Every time the motherfucker calls, hello, the phone can't even ring good. You picking up. Hello. Oh, hey, I ain't doing nothing. I'm just sitting around. What, did you want to meet? Would you? You too available. Let that motherfucker go to voicemail sometimes. Let him know that you have a life. Let him know that you're not there at the drop of a dime, at the drop of a phone call. No. I made some of my ginger tea. Remember I told you I would just do it? See, it has like a little tint to it. Look like urine. Kind of looks like urine. I boiled some fresh ginger. I chopped it up, boiled it real nicely. Put some agave in it while it was still hot. Stirred it up. Put that girl in the refrigerator today. She was nice. Real nice. I could have used some more ginger though, because I like a little kick in mine. But it's nice. It's a nice little hint. A little iced ginger tea. But some of y'all do too much. Some of y'all do too much. Some of y'all do too much too quickly. You're too available. You got to let a motherfucker go to the voicemail sometimes. Because then they be like, oh, well, what he doing? What's she doing? Because then they'll step up their game and they'll be more interested in trying to get to you. Oh, they'll try to get to you. Well, I wonder what he doing. Well, what you doing next Tuesday? Can I see you next Tuesday? Because your schedule is always busy. Your schedule is always full. So he'll start preparing. Well, what you doing next Friday? Can I see you next Friday? Well, yeah, let me take a look at mine, because I have a few things going on, but let me look and let me see something. Hold on one second. That was me. The kids stayed in season. I used to tell you all the time, the kids stayed in season. And I'm not saying that in a cocky kind of way. I'm saying that in a confident kind of way. See, somebody going to miss the lesson because they thinking I'm trying to be cocky. I ain't trying to be cocky. I'm just telling you what it was. I ain't never had no problem finding no date. Now, getting to the relationship, that's another conversation. See, it's easy to get a date. Let's talk about who's staying in the relationships. So now, of course, cell phones are like everywhere. So, of course, when I meet people, I do give them my cell phone number because that's the only mode of contact I have. So now my standards have changed. So now it becomes, okay, you got my cell phone number, but what you're not going to do is text me to death. You ain't about to text me to death. Now, that's what you're not going to do. I'm going to need you to pick up the phone sometime because I'm going to pick up the phone and call you. If you think you're going to text me all day, every day, I'm busy. It's just like I have a podcast coming up in a couple weeks. I interviewed this matchmaker. Well, let me say this first. So what you're not going to do is text me to death, for one. And then when people ask me now, well, what do you do for a living? I'm not quick to, right now I'm not really working. If you don't know who the fuck I am already, I'm certainly not going to tell you. Because what I don't need you doing is looking me up and shit. Some of y'all think I'm being funny. Some of you think I'm trying to be, I'm not saying it like that. I'm just telling you, you have to set the parameters and boundaries for. And as for me in my household, I'm not so quick to tell people what I do. Some of y'all tell too much too quickly. Y'all just got diarrhea of the lips. You tell too much. I don't tell people, oh yeah, I host a podcast every Monday. It's in Spotify, SoundCloud. I don't tell them about so much to say. I certainly don't tell them about these books. I don't tell them about these books. See, some of y'all got great jobs. Some of y'all got really good jobs. And you can't wait to tell a motherfucker what y'all do for a living. Because, see, you think that's a part of your selling point. I have a bitch think I'm on my way out the door about to get evicted. Well, right now, I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do. I got some things going on, but, I'm just trying to... You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm just kind of... Because anybody can be Googled. I'm not just saying because I've written some books. That's not what I'm saying. Anybody can be fucking Googled. Quiet as it's kept. When I first meet somebody, I go straight to Facebook. I'm looking at your pictures. I'm looking for your Instagram. I'm looking at your post on your Facebook. I'm looking to see if you in underwear on your... I'm looking to see if you got your underwear. Because if you in your... Listen. Because where I'm trying to go, you can't go with me if you on social media in your underwear. Doing soft porn. All I need is to become famous, and then all of a sudden it's giving, well, who is this prostitute you dating? I don't need to look on Pornhub, and then there you are. You all on Tumblr with your ass out. And then here's the thing. How do you know that one day you don't want to run for governor or mayor? That's the kind of shit they look up and they vet you. And some of y'all do too much on social media. You will never find a picture of me anywhere holding a drink. I mean, an alcoholic drink. You'll see me on here now in a video drinking a glass of wine. But you won't see me in no pictures across social media holding no Solo cup. And I don't even work for nobody. But you got to be careful with shit like that. When you work for a company and you all out looking like you... Some of y'all do too much. But anyway, I'm looking you up all on your social media. And if I can't find anything on your social media, I'm screenshotting your pictures and I'm sending it to my tribe. I pass it to my tribe. Hey, do you know this guy? Oh, I'm good for a good credit check. I'm good for a good credit check. Let me tell you something. Between me and a couple of my friends, the FBI ain't got shit on us. Bitch, we got everything except your blood type. We know who you dated. We know if you had an STD or 2 or 3. We know where you're from. We know what kind of car you drive. I'm going to tell you, back in the day, when I first came out, I talk about him in the second book. What's his name? Dash. In the second book, Dash, right? Dash was my point of contact. I would be like, do you know this guy? He would be like, bitch, yeah, his family is not saved. He's not saved, bitch, get away. Like, he would be like, oh, bitch, get going. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I have contacts in different, like, I'll reach out to a friend of mine in LA, like, do you know who this is? I got one in New York. Do you know who this is? I got people over in Maryland and DC. Do you know who this is? Before I'm even going to lunch. Before I even go to lunch, I'm doing a credit check. Not a real credit check, but you know, a credit check. You got to be more careful. But see, she's delusional. She's really delusional because, see, she put her life on hold. And see, she didn't know how to play the game. And I'm not saying, again, I'm not at all condoning date, because I don't believe in dating other people's partner and relationship. I don't believe in all of that. But if you're going to do that, you got to be real grown up. And what I mean by that, and again, I just think you should not do it. But if you're going to do it, you got to be really, really grown up, because the way that she should have approached it is that man is in a relationship. You can never be in a relationship with someone that's already in a relationship. He's in a marriage. So she should have never even committed herself to him. When I was dealing with Rocky, I used to tell him, nigga, I went on a date because you married. And he would be in his feelings and shit about it, whatever. Shit. You got some divorce? Don't you need to see me with them divorce papers? You got divorce papers? Oh, okay. Well, see, as over here, I'm going out. I'm going to lunch. I was fucking still. But we ain't together. And see, some of y'all, you put your life on hold. Knowing you the side piece. Why y'all do that to yourselves? And then you looking at everybody else when they looking at you like you crazy. Because you are. Because you are. You crazy. You done built this whole relationship in your mind. I was going to come on here at 10 o'clock because I thought Scandal was coming on at 9. And tonight is the very last show. And I wanted to watch it. I wanted to watch Scandal. DT hit me because that's how we first became really, really close. Because we started watching Scandal. And so when it didn't come on at 9 o'clock, I said, oh, well, let me go ahead and jump on here real quick. Because at 10 o'clock, I got to watch Scandal in real time. I don't want to see no playback. I want to see it tonight. But you know what else is really sad about this girl? This video. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you're going to have to just go back to the beginning of the video once I'm done. She won't even be able to move on because she's so busy holding on to him. She's holding herself hostage in that situation. She's already decided that she wants that relationship. And so she's not going to let go. She's not going to let go. And most times, and I'm writing about this in the book that I'm writing now, Book of Jewels. And I can't remember if it's in this chapter called Love and Fear. I think it's in this chapter called Love and Fear, not Dating. There's a chapter called Dating, but I think it's in this chapter called Love and Fear. Oh, T.S. Madison, you got time to step her from the beach to come in here to see what the fuck I'm talking about? But I think that what happens with her is a lot of times we get so caught up in our ego that we can't let go of a situation because our ego convinces us I'm good enough to pull him from her. And so a lot of times we can't walk away from a situation because of our ego. Our pride won't let us let go. Is you live, whore? Whore, is you live? I tried to call you back earlier, Madison, but I did read the email. That's just the stuff that we have to do for the next one. That's all. That's just your talking points. That's what that was. Is you live, whore? And yes, the Queen's Supreme Court will be back this coming Monday. This Monday. But yeah. I need a haircut. I'm going to the barbershop tomorrow. Oh, wait, we may not be doing the show Monday? Well, when was she going to tell me? So she wasn't going to tell me. She wasn't going to tell me that we wasn't working on Monday. Oh, Madison. You saw the other flight?
Bitch, I done came home, pulled my motherfucking wig off, bitch. I was on the beach, girl, honey. I had to come home, pull that wig off, girl. And I'm gonna pull my panties off, bitch. If I stand up, baby, the whole room is gonna go blank.
You sitting there without your panties on?
Bitch, I ain't got no panties or no wig, bitch. I came home and got completely comfortable, baby. Is you live, whore? Is you live?
Is you live?
Girl, you see these, listen, do you see these planes, these plane engines falling all out the sky? Bitch, I'm staying home.
I started
bitch.
Listen, I started
Let me tell you something. I'm walking back to Georgia. I'm walking to Georgia.
Look,
after you got all nervous. Hold on, Bertie. I got to put me. You don't see me ain't got on the drawers yet. Bitch, I got to go over here and put on some drawers. I got to stand up. Hold on, let me put some drawers on.
Put some panties on, girl. Put some panties on. But listen, I started to tell you about the other plane that went down. It was a Delta plane.
Baby, but you know I fly Delta.
I know. And so I said, well, I'm not going to tell you about it because you got all nervous when I told you about that Southwest airline.
Baby, listen, that Southwest had did it because you know I only fly Delta. I was like, oh, well, bitch, I'm just flying Delta.
I only fly Delta and
There
Southwest.
go Delta. I said, oh, no, I'm walking home.
I was just like, you know what? I promise you I was going to tell you today. And I said, if I tell her this shit, she ain't going to ever come back to Georgia.
God, don't put me some panties on, bitch. Let me put on me a good piece of wig. You never know with
it. Put on a wig, baby. So wait a minute. You don't know if we're working on Monday? Are we working on Monday?
I don't know yet, bitch. I don't know. Because, bitch, I got to see. We going to throw that up in the air. But we definitely working on the 30th because I'll be home by the 30th. But Monday, I don't know. Because, bitch, I may walk back to I may walk from Atlanta. I may walk from Miami, bitch, back to Atlanta. I don't play all that.
You know I've been trying to get you. Wait. You know I've been trying to get
Listen, them planes go to dropping out the sky. Listen, if them planes go to dropping out the sky, I go to making different arrangements. I tell the promoter, send me some gas money.
Right.
Send me some gas money, bitch. I ain't with all that.
I'm telling you, listen. Them planes.
You know I got on my Vivian wig. What this wig called? What you name this wig, whore?
You giving real Lisa Fisher tonight.
What did you name this wig, whore?
I said you look like somebody, Aunt Brenda.
Brenda, that's I got my Brenda wig on right now.
That's Brenda.
This Brenda.
But you know when them planes be crashing and shit, it's usually like 2 or 3 of them in a row.
Well, I won't be the third.
No, I think you good. You should be good this weekend since 2 of them already crashed this week. You should be good this Monday.
Listen, I don't get into all that. Craig, them hoes. Listen, did you see them hoes trying to call the police on me on the beach? Did you see the video?
No, I didn't see it yet.
Girl, them tired assholes called the police. You know, one of the messy bitches out there on the beach.
Why are they trying to call the police on you?
Talking about something, it was a man in the bathroom. Bitch, the police, bitch, it was the bitch, SWAT team of police came around there. Bitch, when the police was pulling up in the bathroom, they was like, ma'am, did you see any men in the bathroom? I said, no.
They said,
I
ma'am.
did. Ma'am, did you see any men in the bathroom? We got reports that men is in the bathroom. I was like, where they at? I ain't seen a man nowhere. And you know I had stood, bitch, you know I had on that bathing suit, bitch. I had done stood up. Man, I ain't seen a man nowhere. What is you talking about?
Right. Where he at?
Where he at? She crazy. Where he at?
Madison, I was gonna ask you one day. I was gonna ask you one day because like one day we were talking and you were like, I'm going to the airport, and I was gonna ask you if you have to use the restroom, which one are you gonna go in?
Bitch, I'm going to the unisex bathroom because I like my privacy. Bitch. But I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm getting on my video I'm finna get on my own Facebook in a few minutes and talk about it again.
Right.
Cause see, I need to let these pussy assholes know out here in this world. I don't give a fuck what you see on social media, bitch asshole. I don't give a fuck how many Timothys they call me on social media, bitch. The face don't tell no lie. The face don't tell no lie. The face, the body composition. Bitch, your mama bad body like me. Your grandmama, she bad body like me. Your aunt, bitch, she bad body like me. Bitch, your sister, she bad body like me. Bitch, I ain't no man nowhere. I ain't never seen a man built and shaped up like this.
Shaped up. Come to the light, Carol Ann. Come to the light, Carol Ann.
And bitch, this I got on a lash right now. Bitch, I done walked through the store, toe down from the floor down, and you done been in the store with me. And bitch, it ain't been no clocking, bitch. Toe down from the floor down.
Look, and they be like,
bitch, wig on.
Wait,
what are you talking about?
Wait, snatch that wig again. Wait a minute. They be like, ma'am. They be like, ma'am.
Bitch, wig on, wig off. What is you talking about?
They be like, ma'am.
Find you somebody to play with your man, and don't play with me.
Oh God, I know that's right.
They be trying to be that messy stuff, you know, because they done been messy all their life. They done been being messy and all that. No, you play with a real bitch. I'm a real transformer. I'm a Decepticon, bitch. I'm a Decepticon. I'm a real transformer, bitch. I ain't there one of them play ones. I'm one of them real ones. Titties soft, ass soft with dents in it. Hips got dents in it. Bitch, I'm shaped up just like your mammy, your granny mammy, that bitch mammy, all of them.
Oh, God.
Bitch, what is you talking about? Every fat bitch in my family shaped like me. What you mean?
Who shaped like that?
Every fat bitch in my family shaped like me. You ain't calling the police on them. Somebody's a man in the bathroom. What you talking about?
Girl, the way you just laid that wig on top of your head.
Laid it right back on there. And named back Brenda.
So wait a minute. So we may not be doing the show Monday, okay?
I don't know, Murder. I got to figure it out.
I was like,
I'm
okay,
scared.
she gonna let me know if I got to report to work on Monday. Really Sunday, because she didn't want me to spend the night.
Bitch, I'm scared. I'm scared, bro.
Well, get in the car tomorrow and start driving. You'll be here in time.
Listen, they had done pulled me together. They thought they had pulled me together. I went right there. I went right on through and pulled them together. Came right at the bathroom, bitch. Because first of all, if anyone of them hoes would have identified themselves as the ones that called,
the culprit,
I was gonna whoop their ass in front of the police, bitch, and it was gonna be 2 women going to jail. And I wasn't pulling out I wasn't pulling out motherfucking ID. I wasn't pulling out one.
Right.
I wasn't pulling out one ID, bitch. Not one. Bitch, I left it home.
I'm at the beach.
Do a blood test.
Right. I'm at the beach.
Do a blood test. Bitch.
Oh my God. You know that's my favorite wig for you.
This ain't my favorite wig. This is my knockaround wig, bitch.
You know, that's what I'm saying. It gives Auntie Brenda frying chicken and making macaroni and cheese.
Listen, this my wig that's getting up going to the. This my wig going to get me some conch salad in Miami wig.
Correct.
Some conch salad.
Correct.
I'm finna get on my live and talk about the story.
All right.
I'm finna get on my live and talk about the story because this is the way I feel. It's this. I need to cuss these hoes out in the spirit while I'm feeling in some kind of way. I don't give a fuck, bitch. I done told y'all a million times that Satan. I need to get on my live and speak directly to Satan.
To Satan.
I done told you that none of your works is gonna work. I done told you this, Satan. None of them. Murder. I knew something was wrong because, girl, I was in the bathroom. I came out and I went back in because when I got to the beach, they had gave me my bathing suit at the beach. And I got there and I came out the bathroom. I was like, well, what the fuck going on, bitch? It's like the police put her there like the SWAT. Like the SWAT team, girl.
Right.
They was on them beach bikes and bitch, they pulled up and they came. They was like, ma'am. When they came in, they was like, ma'am, somebody said there were men in the bath. I said, where they at? Where is they at? Where they at?
Your face is real fresh tonight, baby.
Baby, let me tell you something. That's me getting that refreshed. I'm coming down. I'm coming out here absorbing some of Miss Mary love and all that.
Listen, home can be good. Home can be good. Home can be good.
I bust right out there. I bust right out. What, Craig, where he at? So where he at, though?
Right.
What a man at? What y'all talking about? Dents and everything.
Right. Officer.
Baby, toe up dents and everything. Where he at? Everybody know they mamas and aunts shaped up like me.
Yeah, you know them. You know
they
them.
Bad by the aunt. They bad by the aunt. They bad by the grandma.
With the heavy
They bad
ankles.
by the sister. They bad by the niece.
With them heavy ankles.
They mama built up like that. Bad body as fuck. Knowing bad body than the bitch.
You already know it. Them heavy ass ankles.
Heavy ass ankles, dents and ass. And my mama got a moon booty.
Not a moon booty.
Bitch, let me get on my live and tell you hoes what happened, Craig. Bitch, come join me, ho, bye.
Bye.
Bitch, I gotta get on my live and tell you ho, bye.
All right, bye. All right, listen. It's about 10 minutes to 10. I'm about to go ahead and watch Scandal. This is the very last episode. It's the season finale. I mean, the series. It's the series finale. All right? I'll see you guys tomorrow, 9 p.m. sharp. If you need to purchase the books, you can. The first is Words Never Spoken. The second is One Thing for Certain, Two Things for Sure. The third book is So Much to Say, a book of quotes. If you were an Elin Harris fan, you'll be in love with these books. Craig the Writer Stewart. My website is craigthewriterstewart.com. The books are available on Amazon as well as all of the e-readers. And I narrate on Audible as well. All right? Have an amazing night. Brush your teeth, floss your teeth. Make sure you get down on your knees tonight. Be grateful. Say your prayers. And if you don't believe in God, then just be grateful. Find something to be grateful for. All right? I'll see you tomorrow. ABC. Scandal comes on ABC. Bye.